10th day of the Genesee County Legislature, Batavia, New York, Wednesday, May 27th of 2020. The Genesee County Legislature will meet in regular session on Wednesday, May 27th, 2020 at 5:30 p.m. Because of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic and the state and federal bans on large meetings or gatherings, and pursuant to Governor Cuomo's executive order suspending the open meeting law, the Genesee County Legislature meeting will be held electronically via Zoom video conference. Privilege of the floor is available to members of the public in accordance with Legislature Rule Number 22. A person other than a county legislator may request permission to address the legislature on any matter to be considered at the session. Comments shall be limited to 5 minutes. Email pam.legroux@co.genesee.ny.us by 5 p.m. or use the chat feature and provide your name and agenda item prior to the beginning of the meeting. Minutes of the meeting will be posted on the Genesee County website legislature page. Legislator Delio offered to assist with the audit. The prayer will be offered by Legislator Yunker, followed by the pledge to the flag. In addition to our regular meeting, the chair will open a public hearing on fair housing practices. All persons who wish to speak shall be heard. Please call the legislature roll.
Legislator Yunker.
Present.
Dibble.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Stein.
Yes.
Torrey.
Here.
Delio.
Here.
Clattenburg.
Here.
Mayha.
Present.
Thank you. Legislator Yunker, please. You would lead us in our prayer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Loving Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessing and help as we gather here together virtually. We pray our guidance in the matters at hand and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Give us the desire to find ways to excel in our work and make just decisions for the residents of Genesee County. In your name.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for which it
stands one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I would ask, has anyone signed up to speak this evening?
No, there is no one this evening that I see that is signed up.
Thank you. Proclamations and commendations, please.
National EMS Week, and Legislator Delio is going to present that.
Thank you. National EMS Week. Whereas in 1974, President Gerald Ford authorized EMS Week to celebrate EMS practitioners and the important work they do in our nation's communities, and whereas emergency medical service is a vital public service and the EMS teams are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24/7, and whereas access to qualified emergency care dramatically improved the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness and injury, whereas the emergency medical service has grown to fill a gap by providing important out-of-hospital care, now therefore be resolved that Genesee County Legislature does hereby proclaim May 17th through the 23rd of 2020 National EMS Week in Genesee County, and extend sincere gratitude to all the highly trained practitioners serving our community. Genesee County Rachel M. Stein, Chairman, and John Delio, Legislator.
Thanks, John. I believe that Tim Yeager, our Emergency Management Director, is here to accept the proclamation. Tim?
I am. Thank you, Chairperson Stein, and thank you, Legislator Delio, and all the legislators. I do truly appreciate the recognition, and on behalf of all the volunteer fire and EMS departments in Genesee County, Mercy EMS, Mercy Flight, City Batavia, Leroy Ambulance, and Darien Ambulance, a bunch of hardworking men and women, obviously working through their day-to-day operations and as well through this crisis. They've stood strong. It's a great working group, very cooperative, very dedicated, very hardworking. And as you know, some of those are obviously very little pay or volunteer, but they get the job done, and we could not be more proud of them, and we appreciate the recognition on their behalf. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate the incredible amount of support that emergency management and the providers, the volunteers, give the support in our communities. And it is one of those quality of life issues that people choose to live in Genesee County because they are afforded these activities where they can volunteer and contribute back to the community as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would ask for an approval of the prior meeting's minutes for May 13th, please. May I have a motion?
So move.
Thanks, John. And a second from Gary. Comments or questions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Delio,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yonker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Clattenburg.
Yes. The minutes have been approved. I would ask the legislators for committee and special assignment reports, please.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I attended the Cooperative Extension Finance Committee meeting last Friday. I sent everybody an email with more detail, but I just want to report that they are very financially sound. I did tell them, that the legislature is reviewing all outside funding. They may hear from county administration in the future about this, that we don't know yet what the state is going to do with us. We don't know if we're in the federal stimulus package yet. Also, they did apply for a payroll protection grant, and they did receive over $94,000, so they're happy about that. I think they kind of expect they may take a little hit based upon what's going on, and again, everything is still up in the air until we have more information.
Thank you, Legislator Meha. Appreciated. Any other reports, please? Communications and petitions?
None tonight.
Thank you. Legislator comments? I would just add from the control room today, we learned that the Ontario County Fair was also postponed. And so they were joined by Wyoming County Fair today. Most of the surrounding Monroe County communities have made that decision to postpone their fairs. And so we are waiting on Genesee counties. We learned that as of Monday, campgrounds were able to open, and also tent camping is available, which would include the need to ensure that the bathhouses are properly sanitized and that the social distancing and the care for others and wearing of the masks must be in place. The sense in the control room is that we are on track for a phase 2 on Friday opening, but of course, there's no official word. We do hope to have something tomorrow. We also asked in regards to the open meetings law that executive order that expires tomorrow on May 28th. There is nothing yet on that, but we hope to have a lot more information tomorrow. We were asked by law enforcement this week if there could be a regional coordination effort in regards to consistent messaging for those retailers that are open in regards to the executive order for requiring face masks to be worn when entering into retail establishments, and how important that is going to be when we decide to, when the region gets opened or not by the governor, by our actions, the fact that we protect others. So those are some of the topics from the control room today. I would say that we have 9 active cases here in Genesee County. We continue to get onesie-twosies every day, and that the current mandatory quarantine stands at 46. We should also note that those that have had active cases here in Genesee County are those most likely in the 20 to 50 age group. And the community spread is where most folks do get infected from. So the community spread is 72%. But overall, it shows a 2% infection rate here in Genesee County. So we're doing a good job of maintaining our social distancing, of sanitizing, and protecting others. I would just like to encourage us to continue to model that behavior. Thank you. Any other legislators, please? Hearing none, county managers report, please.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chairman. Again, as Shelley indicated in our control room conference call this afternoon, also the Wayne County Fair announced that they are not going to be holding a 2020 event. I was talking to Amanda Gallo today from the fair with regard to where they are with some individual activities that will be occurring out there under some of the new guidances that have come out under phase 1. Again, the important thing that everybody needs to be reminded of, and we did this again with our local Genesee reopening group that includes GCDC, the downtown businesses, and the city and the county, is to continue to follow the protocols as well as the guidances coming from the state of New York with regard to filing plans, going onto the New York Forward website, tapping in who you are and what you are. I believe 39 businesses here in Genesee County have already gone on and attested to having their safety plans, their reopening plans in place. They don't submit them anywhere, but again, they've attested to the fact that they've done that, and that list is maintained and updated every day. We've also been sharing with you, I believe, what I call sort of the benchmark, dashboard with regard to the 7 green categories of being able to have the Finger Lakes continue to reopen and hopefully go to phase 2. And again, what we anticipate and what we were told today by the control room people from ESD and the governor's representative, Bob Duffy, is that this is very much the control of and under the so to speak, tight information sharing of the governor himself. And so that is why we're not, and nobody is advised to get out in front of, nor necessarily decide to go off into their own with regard to what's already been set up and established. We would hope, and I think they somewhat affirmed, that they will see a very detailed listing of those business categories like we saw with phase 1 in going into phase 2, when it's professional services, retail, administrative support, real estate and rental and leasing. There will even be some guidances coming along with those. The degree to which that will be there as of the next 12 to 24 to 48 hours is not something that anybody can answer at this point, unless you actually were to confront the governor and probably actually have God himself ask him that question. He might then get that answer. But realistically, that's why we're also trying to stay very much in tune with what's going on in this region, why we're also coordinating very consistently with our other local governments here. Saturday morning conference calls, a number of you have been on, but also dealing with the city. itself and some of the things they're picking up, that we and they are trying to be very coordinated and planful with regard to the next phase of reopening, which we would like to anticipate will include some parts of county government and some of our administrative offices. Again, those that are not connected or controlled right now by, say, a state agency like the State Department of Motor Vehicles, or the court system, in this case, Office of Court Administration, again, with regard to what they are telling individuals who work in our buildings and the systems that they control, what it is they can or can't do. That is really not an individual county decision process, but the rest of county government has also been putting together individual departmental plans, as I think we've alluded to, safety plans, also working with a committee of our management people to help them put those safety plans in play, signage, and a whole lot of other, shall we say, following the protocols of the CDC and the State Department of Health and our own county health department, so that we have a safe and planful and gradual reopening with regard to how people will be coming into our buildings and how we and they will be interacting in this, what is considered to be this new normal. All of that aside, on a slightly related note, last week we had a conference call with the Consulate of Mexico and the Consulate General in New York City. Asked us to start providing some more information, and so we're putting together, hopefully, a bilingual list of all the food pantries here in Genesee County that they're, and Shelley knows this specifically because of the people that work for her, as well as Christian, the same thing, I believe, with regard to how people are able to access some supplemental food supplies. Next Wednesday, the 3rd, there will be a significantly enlarged pop-up food pantry at the Northgate Church, north on the Bank Street Road, up away from the city of Batavia, in the town of Batavia. That is going to, again, link up, as it has been consistently, with FoodLink, but also both fresh produce, and I believe even fresh meat will be part of the distribution to the people who get online in their cars and safely transact an exchange program of opening up your trunk or your back door of your car, having the foodstuffs put in there and driving away. But they're anticipating, Todd Rapp of the Salvation Army and his League of Volunteers are anticipating a very significant turnout with regard to that particular pop-up food pantry. But it again evidences what the need and the deficit is in terms of nutrition and what's going on in this community that brings the best of everybody together. The farm economy, donating fresh produce. Again, also the coordination even with milk suppliers. And at the same time, then what this cadre of volunteers can do to utilize the FoodLink resources coming in from Rochester to distribute potentially in excess of 300 individual vehicles, but even more than that potentially based on what the turnout is and the kind of advertising that they're anticipating doing over this next week about this next pop-up food pantry.
Madam
ahead.
Chair,
Yes, Legislator Mayhaw.
has there been any discussion in the control room in reference to outside dining? I know some restaurants here in town have been talking about it, and I read an article done, and I think it's the town supervisor, Grease, saying they're going to start issuing permits for outside dining, and I believe Mr. Duffy came forward and said, no, you're not, that
Correct.
decision's up to the governor, and
Correct.
the individual town cannot make that decision.
Correct. On those last 3 statements, Gary, correct. Nobody can get ahead of, and the fact that some people thought that town of Greece was going to set a new precedent, basically in the control room, we were told, no, that is not going to be the case. But that doesn't mean that couldn't change in terms of restaurants right now are looked at as being a phase 3 reopening process, which is at least a little bit more than 2 weeks into the future. So yes, the control room actually addressed that. Vinny Esposito and Bob Duffy, basically Bob knows the individual, particularly the one restaurateur in Greece, with regard to his past efforts as the police chief and the mayor. That is not something that the state is sanctioning, and that is not setting a new precedent for the local communities to start individually dealing with those kind of what at this point looks like a phase 3 group of businesses starting to do their own thing, or individually starting to gradually do some kind of soft re-entry into the market if they have not already been doing the takeout or the delivery, as we've seen in a number of the businesses, the restaurant businesses here in Batavia.
Thank you.
It was shut down pretty quickly, Gary. Let's just say that.
Yep.
Very quickly. And that doesn't mean that it isn't going to happen in phase 2. We just
Right.
don't have that information yet.
Yep.
So as with everything, folks are encouraged to please be working on their reopening
Yep.
plans so that if it should happen for phase 2 on Friday morning at 12:01 a.m., they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, that is the consistency that they've maintained, Gary, is that all these businesses, even in phase 2, potentially, they can go to that state website and attest to the fact they have their plans in place, that they are on record at their location or locations, each location even of a franchise business that may own more than one of the same restaurants, and any other businesses need to have those plans in place at each of their locations. They can then go onto that state New York Forward website, do the attestation. They may then have to sit there and fold their arms, but then they will have done what the state has required once the state takes, I guess, what I would call the limitations off what a phase 1 reopening group would be versus what a phase 2 reopening group would be. I know that's not necessarily as clear and distinct as a white line down the middle of the state highway, but it is what we were told literally today, again, at the control group. And I think it's been fairly consistent across the state in what the other control groups and their New York State representatives have been saying also. That's the messaging that I think they're finally understanding, that they need to do a better job of that also, particularly the entities in the Western New York group versus the Finger Lakes group.
Thank you, Jay. Any further questions of our county manager, please? Hearing none, we'll go to the resolutions, please.
Resolution 1, set public hearing, inclusion of viable agricultural land into agricultural district number 4. Legislator Yunker offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Dibble. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey.
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
yes,
Mayha.
Yes.
Resolution 1 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 2, please.
2020 salary schedule amendment, Justice for Children Advocacy Center, approval of. Legislator Dibble offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Young. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
yes,
Mayha,
Yes.
Yunker.
Yes.
Resolution 2 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 3, please.
Renewal of bids, highway fuel products, approval of. Legislator Young offered the following resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Torrey. Thank you. Comments or questions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Young,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
yes,
Mayha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Stein.
Yes. Resolution 3 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 4, please.
Award of bid, highway sodium chloride, approval of. Legislator Clattenburg offered the resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Delio. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Clattenburg,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey.
Yes.
Resolution 4 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 5, please.
Award of bid facility maintenance, fire alarm control panel, 5130 Main Street, approval of. Legislator Dibble offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Clattenburg. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Dibble,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio.
Yes.
Resolution 5 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 6, please.
Agreement, highway shared services, approval of. Legislator Yunker offered the resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Meha. Thank you. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Yunker,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg.
Yes.
Resolution 6 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 7, please.
Award of bid, highway consultant agreement, Judge Road over Whitney Creek, approval of. Legislator Young offered the resolution.
Legislator Dibble has seconded that. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Young,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker.
Yes.
Resolution 7 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 8, please.
Award of bid, highway slope stabilization, Hickox Road, County Road number 5, approval of. Legislator Torrey offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Young. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Torrey,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble.
Yes.
Resolution 8 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 9, please.
Award of bid, airport T-hanger demolition, apron reconstruction, approval of. Legislator Dibble offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Young. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker.
Yes.
Resolution 9 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 10, please.
Amend Capital Projects 2020 Budget Amendment Highway approval of. Legislator Clattenburg offered the resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Tory. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Clattenburg,
Yes.
Tory,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein.
Yes. Resolution 10 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 11, please.
Reappointment, Genesee County Planning Board approval of. Legislator Dibble offered the resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Delio. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Dibble,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Young, pardon me, Yunker,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Tory.
Yes.
Resolution 11 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 12, please.
Reappointments, Genesee County Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board. Legislator Yunker offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Tory. Comments or questions, please? I would just like to add that both of these ladies that are involved in the agricultural industry are very active on this committee, and their willingness to serve on behalf of the Ag and Farmland Protection Board, we are grateful for their volunteer service. Please call the roll.
Legislator Yunker,
Yes.
Tory,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein.
Yes. Resolution 12 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 13, please.
Grant acceptance, 2020 budget item transfer, airport approval of. Legislator Young offered the resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Clattenburg. Any comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Young,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Tory,
Yes.
Dalio.
Yes.
Resolution 13 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 14, please.
Authorizing the Genesee County Legislature Chair to sign Genesee County Job Development Bureau Contractors Agreement with Livingston County on behalf of the GLOW Workforce Development Board for the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act program. Legislator Tory offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Meha. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Tory,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg.
Yes.
Resolution 14 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 15, please.
Contract renewal, elections, printing supplies, approval of. Legislator Dalio offered the resolution.
Legislator Dibble has seconded the resolution. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Dalio,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Yunker,
Yes.
Resolution 15 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 16, please.
Contract renewal elections, cartage of voting machines, approval of. Legislator Young offered the resolution.
Legislator Torrey has seconded the resolution. Any comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Young,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes. Resolution 16 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 17, please.
contract renewal, software support services, New World Systems, finance and human resource applications, approval of. Legislator Clattenburg offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Young. Thank you. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Clattenburg,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Resolution 17 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 18, please.
resolution amending resolution number 297 of the year 1980 in relation to Genesee County sales and compensating use taxes, increasing the rate of taxes on sales and uses of tangible personal property and of certain services, and on occupancy of hotel rooms and amusement charges pursuant to Article 29 of the tax law of the state of New York. Legislator Clattenburg offered the resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Young. Comments or questions, please? I would like to add that I asked Pam to look up the history of this resolution that went back to December 14th of 1965. And in 1999, the distribution recommendation was for an equitable distribution of 8% of the sales tax. In 2004, the allocation agreement with the city of Batavia extended that, which provided the towns and villages a 34%. And Resolution 454 in 2007 extended that for another time period, and that Resolution 51 in last year amended and restated that agreement between the county and the city of Batavia for the 40-year agreement, which allows our water projects to move forward. So it has quite a history there. Other comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Clattenburg,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Meha,
yes,
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Resolution 18 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 19, please.
set public hearing, local law introductory number 1 of the year 2020, approval of. Legislator Dalio offered the resolution.
Legislator Meha has seconded the resolution. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Dalio,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Clattenburg.
Yes.
Resolution 19 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 20, please.
Budget transfer, county attorney, approval of. Legislator Young offered the resolution.
Legislator Dibble has seconded the resolution. Thank you. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Young,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha.
Yes.
Resolution 20 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 21, please.
Agreement renewal, central services, highway and facilities management work clothing, approval of. Legislator Dalio offered the resolution.
Legislator Torrey has seconded the resolution. Comments or questions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Dalio,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein.
Yes. Resolution 21 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 22, please.
Distribution of mortgage tax, first payment of 2020, approval of. Legislator Clattenburg offered the resolution.
I have a second from Legislator Meha. Comments or questions, please? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Clattenburg,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey,
Yes.
Dalio.
Yes.
Resolution 22 has passed. Thank you. Resolution 23, please.
County audit, May 27th, approval of. Legislator Clattenburg offered the resolution.
And I have a second from Legislator Delio. Comments or questions? Just a question, Jay, the Medicaid number has remained the same. There is still no FMAP reconciliation there for us yet that we can see.
That is correct. We have again asked questions today on an email to our associates down in Albany at NISAC as to is there any information with regard to the FedStim 1/2 where there was the EFMAP benefit that for Genesee County would be approximately $496,000 adjustment during this calendar year's weekly shares. That has still not been released by the governor's office or the state budget director with regard to both what they call the 3-year reconciliation of previous Medicaid allotments per county and the FedStim 1 and 2 money. It is still within the confines of the state government, and so we have not seen that adjustment, but we would anticipate that based on what's going on with regard to negotiations over a FedStim 4, that FedStim 1-2 money is going to have to come into play, or states like New York may not get what they think they are potentially looking for in a FedStim 4 bill.
Thank you. We'll look forward to that reduction.
You're not kidding.
Further comments or questions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Legislator Clattenburg,
Yes.
Dalio,
Yes.
Meha,
Yes.
Yunker,
Yes.
Dibble,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
Torrey.
Yes.
Resolution 23 has passed. Thank you. I would ask, is anyone interested in speaking at the public hearing on fair housing? Hearing no one, I'm going to close the public hearing on our fair housing in Genesee County. Any unfinished business, please? I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Legislator Yonker, and seconded by Legislator Torrey. All those in favor signify with an aye vote.
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
You as well.